We are live on Facebook because it is Monday night and you are here and we are here and it is time to cook, to celebrate cooking with Tupperware with our Be a Star and Adventure Awaits teams. And we're excited that you're here. So if you did not get a reminder ding that just went off on your Facebook or on your phone, you need to press the little bell right down here in the button. In the corner, there's a little bell, and that will send you a reminder the next time that we go live on Facebook. Also, like and follow our page because you'll also get a reminder then as well. And let everybody know that this is where the cool people hang out. So you want to hit that little share button, spread the love around, and let everybody know that we are live on Facebook. So how's everybody doing their Monday of Thanksgiving week? Show of hands, who is cooking this week? Who's cooking for Thanksgiving this week? I'm not cooking this year. I'm so excited. Let me tell you. I can't stand it. I'm so excited. Oh boy.
Minimal.
You're like doing minimal cooking? Well, okay, so I'm doing minimal cooking because I'm making a sweet potato pie or two. Probably two. And I think my youngest son is making the gray stuff from like Disney. So he's making the gray stuff and turning that into a pie. But other than that, I'm not doing any cooking. There are other two kids that we're gonna go visit. They're doing all the cooking. So I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared. I'm checking out where all the Denny's are in Minneapolis. Right. Yes, to be on the safe side. Yeah, because I mean, it's a rite of passage, right? To screw up your first Thanksgiving. Absolutely. Totally. Like my husband's like, mine was perfect. Mine wasn't quite. Mine wasn't quite perfect. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. So
mine was interesting because my first one was trying to cook Thanksgiving dinner in the Army barracks kitchen.
Oh. I mean,
it was interesting trying to haul ingredients from your room down the hall to the kitchen, to the common kitchen, and everybody bumping into each other trying to cook their dishes. It was hilarious to say the least.
And see, now they could just be like, let's hook you up, let's figure it out, like let's get you a stack cooker and let's get you, so
get yeah. Grill and yeah.
That would have been crazy though. That would have definitely been crazy. So how about you, Lila? Did yours turn out okay? Your first Thanksgiving dinner?
I don't even remember anymore. I think it turned out okay. It's much better since I discovered the Alton Brown brine recipe.
I love Alton Brown's brine recipe. Folks out there in Facebook land, if you're looking for a fantastic, super easy brine recipe for your turkey, check out Alton Brown's. Alton Brown, you owe me some money. I'm just, it's a really great recipe. It really, really is. Not saying that nobody else's is great, but when you find something that works, you try not to fix it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only thing I've changed is I use a countertop roaster instead of the oven for it.
We did that one year. And if we were doing that again, we probably would, because we've got a big family. So we do a turkey and sometimes a ham, and then everything else that's in the oven, right? So just being able to put that turkey on the countertop is an awesome.
I'm combining with my best friend's family, and she's got 6 kids, so she's doing the turkey, I'm doing the ham. Yeah,
that's the way you do it.
6 kids, so she's doing the majority of the cooking, but I'm throwing in some extra dishes.
There you go. You got to spread out the love, Speaking of spreading out the love, we are excited that you are here. If you're joining us on Facebook, let us know. Hop on, give us a little thumbs up or some love. Comment below so that we know that you're here live with us. And if you're catching us on the replay, give us a hashtag replay, just so we know. So tonight we are talking kind of Thanksgiving, but kind of not. We're talking about leftovers. How many of you are, that's like your favorite part of Thanksgiving, right? That's my favorite part. That's the part that I'm going to be missing this week, is like not having tons of leftovers. And although I am going to say, raising 5 very large eating machines, we didn't have a lot of leftovers, but you know, I'm going to miss being able to get up the next day and make a really good turkey sandwich or, you know, something. So tonight we're talking leftovers, what you can do with your leftovers. So we've got we've got a recipe that has to do with leftovers. We've also got some products that we want to show you that are going to make your leftover life a whole lot easier, turn your leftovers into planovers. Now, obviously, it's not going to help. Everybody say hi to the hubby. Hi, honey.
Hi.
Oh, puppy. So, it's obviously not going to help for your Thanksgiving unless you have these products in your kitchen, but it's going to give you an idea of how it's going to help your Christmas. So Christmas shipping ends basically between the 3rd and the 5th, depending on where you are in the United States. So get with your consultant to let you know when shipping ends. But you're definitely going to want to get some of these products in your kitchen so that you're just making your life a little bit easier for your Christmas leftovers, right? Or any leftovers throughout the year. You know, you might as well stretch your food budget by cooking twice or cooking for twice one time, and then being able to use these products to turn them into actual planovers, planning on meals ahead of time. Oh, my oven is all set and ready to go. So we're gonna, oh, she disappeared on us. We were gonna start with June, but the aliens got her. I don't know where she went. Oh, June, there she is, she's running out, yay! But we're gonna kick things off with June, and she's gonna tell you about one of our amazing products. How many of you turn your leftover turkey into soup or stew the next day? If you make turkey soup or turkey stew the next day, you're definitely going to want to take a look at the product that June is showcasing tonight. Put that in the comments for us. Let us know that you're here. So June, let me spotlight you so that everybody can see what you are up to, and we'll see what you have got cooking. So June, take it away.
All right, so I'm June. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. Busy mom, 3 boys, married, and of course I have a 4-legged son running around here somewhere. So yeah, the pressure cooker. This has become my fave. And yes, it goes in the microwave, not the stove, but it's a microwave pressure cooker. This is it. We used it tonight. We made some fabulous mac and cheese in it. Not much of it left. My gurus ate it all. But really quick to go over this really good mac and cheese recipe, because I have 1 kid that loves mac and cheese, and I have 2 that doesn't like it very much. 1 really doesn't like it at all, and they clean their plates. So it's really easy, really simple. It's 2.5 cups of, I use spiral pasta because that's what I had. But you can use regular macaroni pasta. And then it is 2 cups of chicken broth. And then a cup of, I used whipping cream, heavy cream is what the recipe calls for. And then some salt and pepper. And I put all of it in here. Didn't pre-cook my pasta. I just put it all in here, gave it a good stir, put my lid on it. And to give you an idea, the pressure cooker has a seal, just like a regular pressure cooker. And it just pops in there. And you put it on, you twist it, and it's got a handle that locks in place. It does have the pressure cooker spout so you can see it pop up. and it has a vent right here. And it just turns, you pop the handle on. Let me angle this so you can see it. Line up your arrows and then you turn and you pop your handle in place. And you stick it in your microwave. Certain recipes calls for turning down your wattage depending on how much wattage you have in your microwave. Mine does 1,000 watts, so depending on the recipe, depends on if I turn my wattage, adjust that with the recipe. But yeah, so we made mac and cheese tonight, but you can make soup. You can do a turkey soup, a turkey and vegetable, turkey noodle. You can even do, instead of like chicken pot pie, I made chicken pot pie in my pressure cooker. But you could do like a turkey pot pie in it, or turkey and dumplings, however you want to say it. But this is a very versatile pressure cooker, and you can make just about, take any leftovers. If you don't have green bean casserole and you just have green beans, you can throw that in there, make some vegetable soup with the seasonings from your green beans. But yeah, it's really versatile, quick and easy. I popped this in the microwave for 10 minutes. So 10 minutes in the microwave, I took it out, gave it a good stir. And then I added a cup and a half. I used mozzarella cheddar because I love mozzarella cheese and I like cheddar, but I like the blends, the Kraft blends. And then it is 6 ounces of Velveeta, and I cubed it up, mixed it up in here, put the lid on it just for a few minutes. And then I gave it a quick stir. It was all melted, all ooey gooey, and it is so yummy, and it's thick. So I like my mac and cheese thick. The recipe did call for a half a cup of milk. I did not add the milk to it because I like mine thicker. So that is pressure cooker mac and cheese.
I love that you can just kind of alter it the way you want it.
Yes, you can alter it. And I've never put salt and pepper in my mac and cheese, so I was like, that's going to be interesting. But it really made the difference. I was glad I didn't leave that out.
So that's awesome. So yeah, definitely the pressure cooker is one of my favorites.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's neck and neck with the stack cooker. The stack cooker being my all-time favorite, but my pressure cooker.
I'm gaining my skills on the stack cooker.
Yes. Definitely my pressure cooker for all of those like comfort food flavors that take all day in a slow cooker, or you got to heat up your oven for. You can do in your pressure cooker, and it's just fab. I mean, we did ribs in the pressure cooker one time. We've done a really soft roasted duck in the pressure cooker, which was fabulous. So yes, definitely. And perfect for soup. Now, I had never heard of pot pie before. You got to tell me all about the pot pie, girl.
So what I did is I took the chicken and dumpling recipe, and I didn't put as much liquid in it. And I, instead of like mixing everything up in it, because it's called for the dough to go in it in little pieces, like biscuit dough, I just put it on top.
Wow. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Pot pie? Okay, let me try this.
I just kind of altered it a little bit. I didn't make it as soupy. Gotta look back and remember what I didn't add as much of. I think it's the chicken broth I didn't add as much of. And
you'll definitely have to share that recipe with us. Yeah, we definitely need that one.
It was different. It was good. I ate it, but I was in the mood for comfort food.
No, sometimes you are. So awesome. Well, thank you so much, June. That was fabulous. And I'm looking forward to getting, I'm serious. We need the pot pie recipe. Just saying.
I got to write it up and send it out.
All right. Thank you so much. We are going to, I think, what did we say? Am I next? I think I'm next, right? I'm next. All right. So thank you, June. Okay, so I'm next. Yay, because I'm actually cooking tonight. So what I'm doing tonight is doing what's called a leftover stuffing muffin. All right. So how many of you, well, let me know. How many of you have stuffing and how many of you have dressing? And I posted this question on my personal Facebook timeline a couple days ago, and it just blew up. People were adamant about whether it's stuffing or whether it is dressing. And there were like arguments on it. So let us know in the comments, is it stuffing at your house or is it dressing at your house? So I have basic stovetop stuffing, stovetop dressing. So your basic leftovers, right? It seems like in my house, dressing definitely is one of the things that gets left over. Not as much of it gets eaten. Eventually it all gets eaten, but it's definitely one of the leftovers. So we're gonna make some muffins using, let me get my silicone forms out here. I store my silicone forms in my modular mates so that it keeps them dust-free, lint-free, and they're ready to go. I don't have to like rinse them off or anything. And since they squish up, you can just squish them up and shove them in there because they're silicone, because as soon as you pop them out, they're just gonna pop back to their shape, just like that. Boom, boom, boom. And they're just perfect and ready to go. So if you got your silicone shapes, you definitely want to be storing them in. This is a modular mate rectangle 4. Is the one that I have found is the best because it's the height of the width of your silicone forms, okay? So I'm gonna throw that one back in there. Perfect. So we've got our muffin pan. I'm not going to have to spray this with any spray or grease it or anything like that because it has a wonderful non-stick texture to it. The silicone forms can go in the freezer, the refrigerator, the microwave, and the oven. We're going to be baking in the oven tonight. So you can probably make these up the night of Thanksgiving instead of storing all of your leftovers in individual bowls, taking up all that space in the refrigerator. You could definitely make these up in your silicone form and then freeze them and have them ready to go to pop into either the oven or the microwave for easy cooking, or just put them in your silicone form, pop them in the refrigerator, and then when you're ready to go, you just pop them in the oven. It's perfect like that. Okay, so I'm gonna angle you down. Now we will be posting this recipe on our Facebook event when I'm done. So just a little bit there. Okay, so you can see it. So what I'm using is I've got my stuffing, my leftover stuffing, and it calls for 1 egg, and that's just for, the binding. It's going to call for some chopped up turkey, some leftover turkey. Now it also calls for some leftover mashed potatoes to place on top. You'd heat those up, and then your gravy. I'm actually going to add a little bit of the gravy to the stuffing to kind of bind it a little better so it's not as loose. But first, we need to get our turkey all chopped up. So let me get this out of the way and hope that doesn't fall over. And so I've got my turkey. I'm going to be using my compact, supersonic compact. This is our Chop and Prep 2.0. It's the new version of it. And what's new about it is the new blade design. So let me show you our new blade design here. So it's got the 3 level blades, but you'll notice that top blade and the middle blade are angled. They have a bit of like a little triangled angle, and that is so it makes the food, it pushes the food down. So the food doesn't fluff up above the blades, and that makes for even chopping. So it's making all the food come back down to where the blades are so that everything gets chopped evenly. And also, you'll notice that the top of the chopping blades is also newly designed. No more little hole for food to get into. Now it fits neatly and tightly into the chopping motor. All right. So I'm just going to throw some of my turkey into my compact here. And we're going to see how well it does chopping up meat. Now I know the larger version of this, the extra, is perfect for chopping up meat. So let's see how well this goes. Wow, look at that. That's like minced right there. That's like ground turkey right there. That's amazing. I probably wouldn't, if I knew it was going to chop up that much, I probably wouldn't have chopped it up as heavily as that. But you know what? We're going to go with it, right? So we're going to get that turkey, more of that turkey flavor. Perfect. I'm going to take my blade out. It calls for about 2 cups of stuffing, about 1 cup of chopped turkey. You can just kind of eyeball this. I'm going to chop up just a little bit more and not as finely minced, I think. Throw that in there. All right. Quick turn, lock it in, just a couple pulls. There we go. That's a better chop. That's a bigger chop. There you go. More of a meat texture. Perfect. Now, whenever you're not using your blades, you want to put them back in your cover because they are super sharp. We don't want anybody losing any fingertips. Throw that right back in there. I'm gonna dump in my egg, break up that yolk a little bit. Throw that in there. And then I'm just gonna throw in just a little bit of the gravy because I want it to be more of like a thick consistency, more of a muffin consistency. Give this a real quick stir. And then we're just going to pop them into our muffin pan here. And we're gonna pop them in the not the microwave, we're popping in the oven, 375 degrees for about 10 minutes. And I'm sure you could pop it in the microwave. I suppose I need to Tupperize it and check it out to see how to put this. Oh, I'm making a mess on my counter. Good thing that I have a nice clean counter that I'm working on. Okay, perfect. And, oh, I forgot something. I'm gonna use our scoops that you can only get for free as a consultant in our holiday baking set. Aren't those lovely? I love these. These are my favorite. I've been making cookies. These are my new favorite. You can only get them for free in our holiday baking set as a hostess. So look at this, it makes easy work. Not getting filling all over the place. They're all about even. So they're all gonna bake up nicely. Even temperature. And it makes enough for 2 rounds. I'm just gonna give that a quick push down. Make sure that's all down in there. And you notice I didn't spray it. I didn't grease it. No extra butter, no extra fat. Just like this, going to pop it into the oven for 10 minutes. And you will get to see the reveal when we're all done. Meanwhile, while I'm doing that, Miss Lila is going to share with you a seasonal seasoning blend, I can say that. So we are going to head on over to Lila and take a look at our seasoning blend. Lila, you've got the floor, girlfriend. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Lila. I'm coming to you from Hermiston, Oregon. And many years ago, I fell in love with a seasoning blend that actually was sold by Pampered Chef. And that was their cinnamon spice plus blend. But unfortunately, they discontinued it a couple years ago. So I figured it out myself. And I'm going to use my Tupperware to help me make it up today. Now, I'm one of these crazy people that I do not like pumpkin pie spice. There's something in that.
Hashtag gasp.
Well, there's something in that blend that doesn't work right for me, but I love this. And so anything that calls for pumpkin pie spice, I use my cinnamon plus. So, see if I can do this. So it starts out with 3/4 of a cup of cinnamon. And that's one of the reasons I absolutely love our Tupperware measuring cups, because it actually has a 3/4 cup measure. I don't have to do this 3 times.
So no math involved, right?
No math. No, I've scooped 2 and my son comes and asks me something and I forget where I'm at. Which I know any mom out there has had somebody come up and talk to them while they're counting and measuring while baking.
In my case, it's normally my husband. And I'm like, dude, I'm busy. You need to get out of my kitchen before I have to kill you.
I start counting louder. I do the same thing when I'm crocheting and they start trying to talk to me. I'm making an absolute mess of my stove right now. Oh, well.
You know what? As Tupperware ladies, that's what we do. We make a mess in our kitchen and we live stream it to make friends.
So 3/4 of a cup of cinnamon. And the recipe actually calls for 2 tablespoons of ground allspice, which I realized when I got home from work today, I'm out of. So my husband has an emergency text in to bring that to me in a little while. But I can show the rest. And then it's 2 tablespoons of orange peel. Which, yes, I could use the zester and zest my own orange peel. But sometimes it's easier to just buy it. Mm.
Wait, that's orange peel zest?
It's orange zest.
I don't have that at my store. I'm gonna have to go find that.
It's a Walmart organic, this kind, but I've seen it by McCormick too. On Amazon,
Yeah.
I think I saw it.
Orange and lemon.
I love that you're just measuring it right into your counterscape right there. That's how I do mine too.
And let's see, it's 4 teaspoons of ground nutmeg. And again, it's the Tupperware measuring spoons. I only have the 2 out that I need. But what I like is that they snap together and stay together. And your measuring spoons come with your measuring cups, so you don't have to order 2 separate things.
I feel like I can smell this already.
Oh, it smells wonderful. 2 teaspoons of ground cloves. This one. And 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. Open up in this container. And now this is my favorite part. And it's done.
That's my favorite part too. Like you don't have to worry about gassing yourself or love that.
Well, and this year's going to be, well, it's the second Christmas we've been apart, but the second year in a row that my daughter who lives in San Diego, and she's normally used to be my baking partner. So, but now she's living with her college roommate in a little flat, so they have their own kitchen. So this year for Christmas, she's getting this one of the little spice shakers with some of the spice blend. And I snagged one of the That's a Bowl towers in October for her. So she's getting a Tupperware baking kit because the regular That's a Bowl is what is fondly referred to in our house as the puppy chow bowl. One of our favorite holiday snacks is made in that bowl. And so she was commenting last year, she didn't have a bowl that she could make it and shake it in. She tried to use one of her friend's bowls and it didn't have a lid, and that was a disaster.
Oh, isn't that lovely how like Tupperware like connects to the memories in your life, you know?
Oh yeah.
Love that.
Well, if I pulled out my That's a Bowl, y'all would be like, whoa, because it's one of the old white ones with the blue lid. I actually, at one time, somebody stole it from me, had the original magenta That's a Bowl.
Oh my goodness.
From when it first came out.
You know, Thanksgiving is the time of year that the most Tupperware gets rescued to other people's houses. And or you end up at their houses and go, wait a second, isn't that my bowl? I'm expecting that to happen when I go to my kids this week. And I'm expected to walk in and go, that looks familiar. That might be coming home to Iowa with me.
That needs to come back to my kitchen, yes.
Yes. Well, Lila, that is an amazing spice. I think that sounds like it smells fabulous.
Yeah, I use it pretty much anything that calls for cinnamon or pie spice, or that's what I use.
It sounds great. So I'm looking forward to getting that recipe from you. So we got to get a recipe from June. We need a recipe from Lila. I got to post my recipe. So to find all these recipes, you will need to click on the event, the Celebrate Cooking on our Tupperware page, Tupperware with Team Be a Star. And you can go to the events page and find today's cooking event, and there will be all of the recipes for you so you can find them and use them in your own home. Thank you so much, Lila. That is awesome. Are you going to have a happy Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
One more day of work and then I'm off for 5.
Right. I was telling my kiddo today, I'm like, dude, this Monday is not as Monday-ish as all other Mondays because the week it's a short week and it ends with eating and shopping. You know?
It's the longest short week we have because all the kids are anxious to be done.
That's true. That is true. All right. Thank you so much, Lila. So we are going to hop on over to our manager, Serena Singer, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about some of the products that Tupperware has that is going to help you and aid you in your leftover planning for Christmas. We know that we're not maybe be able to get to you by Thanksgiving, but we can take the stress out of Christmas for you. So Serena, go ahead and show us what you have got in store for us.
Hi, everybody. I'm coming to you from Summertown, Georgia. And I am showcasing just a few of our products for leftovers and Planover meals. So first, we have our freezer mates, which are amazing for your freezer. But now you got to remember they are for the freezer, not for the microwave. So you want to refrigerate, thaw it in the refrigerator, transfer it to another container before you warm it up. You don't want to try and warm it in your freezer mates. What I love about the freezer mates is that they have this special coating on the interior, because especially this size, the small deep, gets used for my spaghetti sauce, and as you can see, no stains. And they have been used for my spaghetti sauce more than once, and no stains. So the small deep is great for, 2 cups worth of leftover turkey or leftover chicken and leftover ham, whatever you're having at Thanksgiving, Christmas, or any other major holiday like Easter, 4th of July, Memorial Day, anything like that. Another great product in the FreezerMate line is the stackable. And it's great if you are providing leftovers, say for like a college student or a small apartment living, grad student, something like that. This would be great where you could go ahead and put a whole meal, a whole 3-course meal together in one container for them to be able to use at a later time. Like you could put your meat in one layer, your mashed potatoes or your dressing in another layer, and then your vegetable in the bottom layer, or vice versa, and just hand them the entire set, and voila, they've got a ready-made meal or 2 ready to go. So that is our freezer mates, which are great, like I said, for the freezer. One of my favorite products, besides our cooking systems, is the vent and serve. I love the vent and serve because it is dishwasher safe, refrigerator safe, freezer safe, microwave safe. So it is extremely versatile. It has the feet on it for microwave use, and it comes in a couple of different shapes. You've got the circles and different depths. You've got the square and the rectangles. So these are great. This one had taco toss in it, which was a make-ahead prepared taco meat that I used. I've put other leftovers, different ingredients in there. So, but these are great because they can go directly from, freezer into the refrigerator, thaw, and then go into the microwave for reheating. And you can actually cook in them without the lid. So if you're making like a layer dip or something along those lines, you can use the large shallow rectangle. You can use one of the square containers, but you can easily layer your ingredients, put it in the microwave, because it is made out of the same material as a stack cooker. So that's our vent and serve line. And again, they have the coating on them so they don't stain. Now, as far as going ahead and preparing Planover meals, the stack cooker is a great option. And in a cookbook that each one of the consultants from Razzmatazz has accessible to them, there's a cookbook for the stack cooker that they can pass along to customers. And in there, on just one page alone, just one of the pages of the recipe book, there are 2 recipes that call for already cooked leftover turkey. There is a turkey and wild rice casserole that uses just the 1 3/4 quart casserole with the cover, or there's turkey stroganoff that you serve over hot egg noodles. Again, it calls for already cooked turkey, cubed up. So that would be a great reuse of that turkey that got left over from Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever. So that's just 2 examples of recipes for use in the stack cooker. I didn't even look online. I just happened to pick through a couple of my cookbooks today. And one of the first recipes I came across was a turkey a la king. Again, calls for 3 cups of cooked cubed turkey or chicken. that one would be great in our Chef Series 2 saute pan. This is our 3-liter, 3.2 quart pan. And it would be great because you could saute your onion, your celery, your bell pepper with your butter, make your roux with your flour, and then add your chicken broth, your cream of cream, your mushrooms, and your cubed turkey. Heat it all up and serve it over toast or French bread, Italian bread, whatever type of bread your family enjoys eating. You can easily dish it up and serve it over that. Another one that I came across, if you're trying to get a little healthy after the holidays, there's a turkey stuffed bell pepper recipe that I found, where you take your turkey and add in a few ingredients along with some soft breadcrumbs, pack it into hold out bell peppers, and you bake them in the oven or a toaster oven. You could use your silicone form for that, your rectangle one, to put your peppers on. So many ideas, and Tupperware has you covered. They've got you covered from microwave cooking to stovetop cooking, all the way to microwave and oven cooking with our Ultra Pro. Now this is the 6-quart roasting pan. So it's the biggest of the Ultra Pro line. But we have a lasagna pan that would be perfect for any of your 9x13 size casseroles. So again, I found in another cookbook, it's called the TLC, Thanksgiving Leftover Casserole is the name of it. And I see Connie, she's got her lasagna pan that she is showcasing. There she is. There's our Vanna White for the evening. So that one calls for using not only leftover turkey, but leftover dressing or stuffing, whichever one you have, some peas, some onion, leftover corn. And then it uses a couple of eggs and some milk and stuff to combine it and put into a casserole pan and bake it. That's the great thing about the Ultra Pro. Again, it is dishwasher safe, fridge safe, freezer safe, microwave safe, and oven safe. And it weighs hardly anything. This a 6-quart roasting pan, normally you're picking it up with 2 hands and going, oh geez, I gotta pull this out of the cabinet. Ultra Pro is just this light. It is absolutely wonderful, especially if you have joint or arthritis issues and lifting is difficult for you. This cookware is amazing. So that is all I had to showcase, Miss Connie, unless you have some additional comments.
No, I thought that was fantastic. I'm like excited for Christmas already, let me tell you. And I was gonna say, turkey a la king is one of my mom's favorites. She loves that. And now I'm like, oh yeah, I could make that with my leftover turkey. All righty.
I can post that recipe.
So share that recipe. And we'll
I certainly will.
Yeah, we'll make it in our what is it? Our Chef Series 2 cookware. Perfect. Yep. Now, our Chef Series 2 cookware, something exciting is happening about that right now. Would you like to tell everybody what is going on with our Chef Series 2 cookware?
Oh my gosh. It is Tupperware, they spoil us so much as consultants that right now I have already earned a piece of Ultra Pro cookware this month and a piece of Chef Series 2, the saucepan, I have earned this month. But besides those pieces, that one, I've earned that one. And just by signing up to be one of our amazing team members and getting not only with your first $40 order, you would get the whip-in mix with a first party of $500 or more. You can earn the MicroPro grill. Oh my gosh. Connie is going to show us that. That thing is amazing. Yes, you can grill in your microwave in no time at all. Make a grilled cheese sandwich in less than 4 minutes and have it golden brown on both sides with no additional butter or oils.
Amazing.
But say you join today, you contact your favorite consultant and you tell her you want to sign up and join her team or his team, whichever the case may be. Well, then you talk to your best friend and you get your best friend to join with you. And she places her first $40 order. Well, now you have earned a piece of Ultra Pro cookware, just like that. And then you get another friend to sign up and you earn the saucepan. But it gets amazingly better. You get 3 of your friends to sign up with you. And besides the saucepan and the Ultra Pro, you get the stock pot, the small stock pot of the Chef Series 2. And then I think after that,
it's the roaster, the roasting pan, which I don't have yet. And I'm like, what? I gotta get that.
Yeah,
But
the 6-quart Chef Series 2 roasting pan. Oh my gosh, it's
like,
just.
In total, Tupperware is giving away something like $900 in cookware and bakeware to brand new.
That doesn't even include your personal goal rewards, which the first one is what? It's a couple of utensils and yeah.
At this point, I just work, and when my name gets called, I just smile and wave.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So, and there's like 3 levels to that. 3 different rewards.
On top of the amount of commission that you can make.
Rewards that I've already talked about.
Yes. So it's amazing. So the reason we're telling you is because there are only 3 days left, just 3 more days left to earn these amazing products. But it is totally doable. And your Tupperware consultant here would love to help you get some of this amazing Tupperware into your kitchen for the least amount possible. I mean, this MicroPro grill right here, this MicroPro grill is a $200 value. Tupperware wants to give it to you for $25. Shut the door, okay? $25 for this amazing piece, and Tupperware wants to gift it to you, on top of helping you earn some extra cash for the holiday season. So if that sounds like something that can get you on fire and light you up, let your consultant know, because they would love to help you join their team today and get your party started immediately, so that we can get some of this Tupperware into. You can host your own party as a host, earn host credit, and earn the fabulous host rewards on top of making money, on top of earning prizes and rewards from Tupperware. Like, how this company stays in business, I don't know. but they love us and they do so much for us. And so we're super thankful. So thank you so much, Serena. Make sure, now you know what, even though you haven't cooked anything, take a picture of everything, post it to our event so that we know exactly what the products are that we need for our leftover Planovers for Christmas time. All right, well, my muffins have come out of the oven. So we're gonna do a real quick reveal. And then I'm going to say bye for now. So let me angle you down here. My muffins, check this out, my muffins are all done. Came right out of the oven. I did not grease the pan. I have not any, no extra oils or fats. Let me grab and normally I would say let these cool completely, or not completely, but let them cool down a little bit so that they, you know, get nice and solidified. But oh, well, look at this. Let's see here. Look at that. Look at how that just popped right out, just like that. And look, no extra oil needed, no extra fat. And I've got this cute little muffin that I can top with some mashed potatoes and some gravy. And it's just that, oh my goodness, that is so good. I just popped it in my mouth and now I'm like munching on it. Oh my gosh. It's good. It's so good. So I'm gonna put these out, pop the rest of them into my oven. And then we've got dinner ready. Yay. So I hope that you had a great time with us tonight. I got a little, hold on. Don't talk with your mouth full, folks. Okay, you can't breathe. You can't breathe muffins, stuffing muffins. All right. Well, we are going to say bye for now. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you guys have a wonderful time. If you are staying home or if you're traveling, be safe. Have a great time. Enjoy your holiday. Get out your stretchy pants now so that they're shook out and ready to go for you because you're going to need them. I know I got to find mine. I don't know where they are. I'm in trouble. And we're going to see you next Monday. Same Tupper place, same Tupper time. And we'll see you then. All right. Thank you, ladies, so much for inviting us into your kitchens and into your home and your Tupperware lifestyle. And we're going to see you guys later. Bye for now.
Bye.